Hi, this is Cheryl Woodhouse with Ask an Expert, here to answer your love and relationship questions. Today's question is, when my husband was at war, I became very self-reliant. Now that he's home, we constantly fight over who's in charge and who makes the decisions. I know he's trying, but I'm not the same woman he married. What can I do to make things easier between us? It's totally understandable that you and your husband are having tough times after deployment. It's a huge adjustment. Your husband's been at war, literally fighting for his country and his life and his comrades. And so when he comes home, he thinks, what's the big deal? So what? You have a decision to pay this bill or that? Or who cares if you're only parenting our children alone? You haven't been at war the way I have been. I had something really to worry about. You don't. But of course, you know, you've had plenty to worry about. You've been worried about whether your husband is going to come home. You've been listening to the news and hearing your little children say, was that Daddy, Mommy, that died in the war? Is the news talking about our daddy? And that broke your heart. Not to mention all the stressors you've been facing trying to parent as a single parent and making sure those bills are paid and making sure the kids get to school and to their events. And boy, the times that you've thought of the number of events your kids have gone to and Dad wasn't there to enjoy those precious memories. So of course, when the two of you get together, you're living in two separate worlds. It's so important that when you get together, you find a safe environment where both you and your husband can sit down and have a conversation that's non-blaming, non-shaming messages. Your goal is to empathize with one another's position and one another's perspective. I recommend that you take up a squishy ball and you literally give it to one person while the other person does not say a word. And you allow that person to express from an I message. I found it very trying when I was at war. I was afraid I was going to lose my comrades. Well, I had a hard time with paying the bills, wondering which bill to pay first, and really listen and hear each other's pain and not judge or compare whose pain was worse, and really try to get into one another's shoes. And once you understand the struggles and the stressors you both have lived through, and realize you're both adapting to something brand new. You've both adapted to being apart from one another and restoring balance to your new lives. Now you're going to have to reintegrate and adapt to the life you have once again together. And I would recommend that you put a plan together of your roles and your responsibilities and work together as a team. And look at the goals you want to reach. And try to work with one another and delegate who's comfortable with what. And make sure you remember that you appreciate one another for all the things that you've done in this relationship and for the country. And work together to come up with solutions in changing your life. As it is today, not as it was in the past, not when the deployment occurred, but where you are now. You can connect with me at borntobebalanced.com. I look forward to meeting you.